Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and today we're reacting to breaking down, analyzing, talking about Boys to Men cover by Home Free. This is End of the Road. Shout out to Sharona actually on the Patreon. She is signed up for the request section of the Patreon, so if you want to make specific requests, definitely check that out inside the Patreon. Two different Patreons depending on your location, by the way. But if you want to check out my music, Jacob Restituto, wherever you listen, and if you are new to the channel, just a heads up, I do pause a decent amount because I like to talk about production, I like to talk about the harmonies, I like to talk about vocals and how it's all recorded. So just want to give you a heads up. Let's see what we got. This is End of the Road cover.
We belong
6/8.
together, and you know that I'm right.
All right, let's pause it right because there's a lot to talk about even in the fourth, what are we at, 13 seconds that we're in? There's a lot to talk about. 6/8, given that waltz kind of wedding song kind of feel, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. I wrote this wedding song once, and it was in I was in 4/4, I believe actually. But when I was writing it, I was sending it to a couple of friends, being like, "Hey, can I get some feedback on this?" It's one person that's been in a wedding band for a long time. She's like, "I would recommend." As I said, I didn't end up taking her advice because it would have been too hard to re-record it. But she was like, "I'd recommend putting it in 3/4 or 6/8 because a lot of wedding songs." And a lot of popular love songs are written in that time signature because it lends itself really well to being danceable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You sway really easily to it. So this is already right in 6/8. 3/4 kind of similar. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on how you want to count it. But it lends itself more to the 6/8 because of the chord progression. Very, very, very clean recording on the vocals. The vocal quality is crisp, man. Really, really, really nice.
And you know that I'm right. Why do
Harmonies are
you
tight.
play with my heart? Or why do you play with my mind?
Nice.
Said we'd be forever. Said it never died. Me and leave me and never say goodbye. Oh, I can't sleep at night without holding you tight. Girl, each time I try, I just break down and cry. The pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead. Spinning it around and around.
Let's pause right here before we go into the next section. They all have very, very different timbres of voice, meaning just like the quality of the voice, whether it be, and not quality isn't good or bad. Quality isn't, we talk when we use the word quality in music, it's like timbre, quality, it's like this, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the construction of their voice. So whether that be a wall of sound, whether it be a straight bullet of sound, whether it be like it's how their voice is constructed. So I like that is really cool. They all have slightly different timbres, so they all cut through slightly differently. You could distinguish between all the different vocalists really well. I also like the fact that they use a lot of effects on their vocals, not in the sense of like chorus or anything like that. I'm talking more of the sense of like they're not afraid to use echo, or they use a decent amount of reverb. But I like that they use echo. It's just I'm a reverb and echo junkie, man. I love that kind of stuff. So I love the creative uses of it, and I just, when it's well placed, I think it adds a lot to the song. And I think that they do a really, really, really good job at placing it. It's not overused, but it's also not underutilized. So that's another thing. I also want to talk about the harmonies. You can hear that there's I guess it would probably be the 4 vocalists, which would make sense, but not the 4. I know there's more than 4. I'm saying the 4 harmonies that are in there because I think there's 5 people in the group, right? Or is there 6? Let me see if I can. Yeah, there's 5 exactly. So the 4 harmonies is exactly what I'm going to say. So perfect. So if you listen, you can hear, unless they're layering vocals, but I wasn't really listening for that right now. You can hear that there's 2 vocalists in the right, 2 in the left, and I know that one guy is beatboxing, so it doesn't totally fit, but like you can hear this, so maybe they are layering some vocals, but you can hear that there's one very far to the left, one slightly to the left, the main vocal in the center, one slightly to the right, and one far to the right, giving this really full sound to it. But the benefit to also panning them in different directions lets the main vocal cut through straight and direct. Rather, if you were to make it mono, so there was no panning, it would be very muddy.
Oh, we come to the end of the road. Still I can't let
Do you hear that? There, it almost sounds like some sort of piano or organ or something going on. I'm not saying that they're. Look, I've been proved drunk before on this channel in the sense of like I said, wow, it's crazy that they're doing that, and somebody's like, oh no, it's somebody's voice. I'm like, oh, they're using some sort of instrument. And they're like, no, that's definitely the voice, and I've been proven wrong. So I could be wrong, but I do kind of feel like I hear, unless somebody's creating it with their voice, but it has like this more like synthetic timbre. Holding like those drone notes.
You belong to me, I belong to you. Girl, I know.
Did you hear it fade out?
Girl, I know you really love me. You just don't realize you've never been there before. It's only your first time.
Wow, listen to the drum pattern. It sounds like a real kit. Like the pattern sounds like a real kit. I also like how I think that when they record it, they probably isolate the pattern, so they probably chop it all up. So if he's doing the, they probably take the kick, chop that off, take the hi-hat, chop that off, take the snare, chop that off, and then put them all on their own separate tracks so that they can add. Because if you listen to the snare, there's a lot more reverb than there is on the hi-hat. Which is good. You reverb that hi-hat or reverb that kick drum would become a little muddy, but the snare sounds really nice.
It's only your first.
Listen to this drum pattern. Come on.
Maybe I'll forgive you. Maybe you'll try. We should be happy together forever. You and I.
I like this minor part a lot, man. This minor feel. Echo.
This time I want you to love me much more. This time instead, just come
Nice
to
grit.
my bed and baby, just don't let me die.
Nice.
Oh, we've come to
What do you want to bet? I would almost guarantee that there's going to be a key change in here. It lends itself well to that.
Still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to
Nice
me.
bass in there.
I belong to you. Come to the end of the road. Still I can't let go.
The fullness is insane, man. They did such a good job at layering every vocal well enough so that they're present but not overwhelming, but nice and full.
It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. Lonely, lonely, so lonely, lonely. This time instead, just come to my bed and baby, just don't let me die. Although we've come.
Their vocal runs are really, really, really nice. I gotta figure out where these guys are getting these studios where they could film these sections, because I gotta film some videos in here in areas like this.
End of the road. End of the road. Still I can't let go. Can't let go, baby. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
Toms that he's doing are so good. Dude, he's got a wild voice, man. Those riffs that he's hitting up in the falsetto, like head voice up there, is crazy.
To the end of the road.
Crazy.
Still I can't let go, baby.
Yeah.
It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. To the
Yeah.
end of
See the claps going, huge reverb on the claps.
to the end of the road. Still I can't let go. It's unnatural.
crazy. So I gotta say, so the definitely wasn't filmed live, just because it wasn't. Obviously, it was recorded amazingly, but I want to say that because all those riffs that they were doing, like the random like just one word riffs or three word riffs, those are insanely hard to remember when you're recording a video back if you're not filming it live and you're doing some sort of like singing over a pre-recorded video or pre-recorded song, like lip syncing. It's so hard to remember all those one-liners and get those perfectly timed, and they did a really, really, really good job at that. So hope you guys enjoyed that. If you are interested in doing any sort of like definite request like Sharona just had, shout out to Sharona, thank you very much. Definitely consider checking out and signing up for the Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out my music or subscribe and support this channel, because every single one of you that subscribes and all that are already subscribed, I'm incredibly grateful for every single one of you. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. God bless and peace out.